Hello everyone. Today we are doing episode 3 of Steam Engines of the Great Northern. I did forget to mention in part 1 of how this is going to work with me posting these episodes. My plan is I'll be posting one episode a month, and since we have well over 12 classes of Steam Engines on the Great Northern, expect this series to be over a year. Well, enough chit-chatting around. Let's begin with episode 3. So, here it is. Steam Locomotives of the Great Northern episode 3. The P-Class 482 Mountains. In the early days of passenger service, the 462s, 442s, and the 460s were starting to struggle with the heavier passenger trains. Since the 482 was a successful design for freight and passenger trains, the GN ordered 15 482s from Lima in 1914. Their numbering system was from 1750 to 1764 and classified as P1s. With a boiler pressure of 180 psi, 63-inch diameter driving wheels, and massive 28 by 32-inch cylinders, the P1s could produce 60,928 pounds of tractive effort. The 15 engines were originally assigned to pull passenger trains, but later reassigned to freight trains. The problem with the P1s is that they had the strength, but not the speed. 9 years later, in 1923, the Great Northern would order more mountains, this time from Baldwin. In total, 28 new locomotives were built to replace the P1s built in 1914. The new engines were numbered 2500 to 2527 and classified as P2s. The new engines had increased boiler pressure of 200 psi, 29 by 28-inch cylinders, and larger 73-inch diameter driving wheels. Even though they had a tractive effort 2,000 pounds smaller than the P1s, the P2s were the perfect motive power to pull passenger trains like the Empire Builder and the Oriental Limited. However, when the S2s came into the picture, the P2s were later downgraded to freight trains and secondary passenger trains. A quick note is that the P2s, even though they were replaced by the S2s mainly, they could still be seen pulling the Empire Builder from the rest of the way from Skykomish to Seattle. The retirement of the P-classes began with the P1s disappearing first when they were sent to be rebuilt into Q2 Class 210-2s in 1928. Then the P2s would be retired between 1955 and 1958. Today, two P-classes made out into preservation, both being P2s. Number 2523 was retired in 1958 and was donated to the city in Wilmer, Minnesota, while number 2507 was retired in 1957, sold to the Spokane-Portland-Seattle Railway to be put on static display in Maryhill, Washington. Then in 1966, the engine would be later moved to Pasco, Washington for restoration that never happened. In 2003, the final resting place of number 2507 would be at the Candihoyi Country Historical Society. If you have any ideas of what locomotive class I should cover next, feel free to put them in the comment section below. Before I end the video here, I just want to briefly mention that I will now be posting videos once in every 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.